I wanted to squeeze in this little video before my next meeting. I'm so happy that you're here. I want to thank all the people that are subscribing to my channel. We're close to 900 subscribers, and that's, to me, that's really incredible. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified the next time I'm doing I'm doing a new video. You heard that little beep. That's my next meeting in about 10 minutes. So I wanted to squeeze in some time here with you. And I'm going to be doing these videos a lot, anytime that I can. It is April the 10th, Friday, April the 10th. Good Friday. Happy Easter. I'm here at the office. I've lost 13 pounds. How do I look? If you watch my previous videos, you know my goal was to lose 30 pounds. So I am on target and ready to go. Our last video was about the market cycles and what's happening and how this particular situation, 2020, is very similar to 2008, 2009. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what are the types of properties that are really going to be impacted during the next downturn. And so the first type of property are going to be the single houses. The singles. And for the most part, if you have, ever gone to any of my trainings, my workshops, if you ever have, watched me here on YouTube or any of my Facebook Lives, I really talk about how vulnerable you are in buying that single family home. And so for the most part, those are the properties that are going to be hit the most, and you'll see the reduction in price, because the way people buy these properties are based on comparables, and those comparables and what people buy these properties are based on emotion, not numbers, not logic and reason. For the most part, people are buying singles for appreciation. And so the houses, the duplexes, the tries, even the quads, okay, all fall into this kind of the same category. Now, the duplexes and the tries won't be as affected as the singles. So the one unit is going to be affected the most. You will see, 20 to 30% drop in value based on where we're headed with the market. Now, no one has a crystal ball, and this is just my opinion, right? So you can, please take it with a grain of salt, but I see the writing on the wall, and the singles are going to be hit first, then the duplexes, triplexes, and fours, and then now I'm going to go into major markets. Things that, properties that were bought based on appreciation. So for example, you have some markets here in Canada where properties were selling for a 4% cap rate. Those type of properties are going to be hit first because, they were bought on appreciation, and the income doesn't really truly support the value of the property. And so 5 units and above that were bought, anywhere between 5, 6, 7, I think those are the ones that are going to really hold its value. That's exactly what happened in 2008 and 2009. The people that are going to be hit the most are the singles, then the twosies, the tries, and the fours. And then everything in major markets, I think, will see a price reductions. Now, it's possible that none of this happens. It's possible that the market just continues to ride up, but the writing is on the wall for me, and I'm adjusting my business. But this is a great opportunity for you to pick up properties in major markets. We're talking about the Torontos, the Ottawas, the Vancouvers, the Montreals. This is a great opportunity for you guys to pick up real estate in major markets. Now you'll start to see properties being sold at a 7 cap in a major market where you never saw that before. Again, nobody knows what's happening, but currently the people that are being hurt the most that are in these major markets. Other people in real estate, hotels. Hotels right now are being hurt. It's going to be, these hotels are going to be in a situation where they can't pay their bills. There's nobody traveling right now, right? Airbnb. A lot of people bought their properties based on this Airbnb model, and they have to go back to traditional, but the property doesn't really work, and they can only hold on to this property for so long. And so those Airbnb, there's going to be thousands and thousands of units that go back onto the market. Hotels are going to be hit. Student housing. Student housing is going to be hit big, not only just right now, but moving forward. A lot of people, as a result of the COVID-19, are working from home, studying from home, taking courses from home. What is this going to do to the marketplace? Well, people are realizing that they can do a lot of their education from home. And so, currently the student housing is getting hit big. But I think there's going to be a bigger story once we go back to normal and people realize that they can be doing this, they can be doing their education, their work, a lot of things from home. Now, other things that are going to be hit, retail. Your commercial plazas, your stores, things like that. People are now realizing that they can be more efficient. They can shop from home. Right now, I have friends with mini plazas and retail. Nobody's paying the rent right now. And so all of these, segments in the marketplace are going to be affected. What's not going to be as affected, what's Armageddon proof, in my view, is going to be the 5 units and above. The more you go up in units, the safer you are, because you have an extra added insurance policy, because you are paying less and less and less per unit. It's just like going to Costco. You're buying in bulk. And so the higher you go in units, the more safer you are, the more logical things get. And the analysis was based on numbers versus emotion. When you're buying things on emotion, well, when everybody's emotions are high and they feel good, then it makes the real estate rise. And whenever people are depressed, when there's a decline, when there's no money, things, the emotion and fear comes into the scene. And when fear comes into the scene, this makes property values go down. And so when we hear about property values going down, they're talking about these segments in the marketplace. Again, this is just one person's opinion, okay? But I'm just going based on what I've learned in the past, what I've seen, my experience, and this is why, for the most part, I mostly buy apartment buildings, 2 bedrooms, purpose-built, 15 units and above. That's kind of my comfort zone, if you will. And every year I start to level up and I buy more and more units. And so I tend to stay away from the single family house. In fact, every real estate book out there shares with people that the single house is the worst investment, because it's the most expensive piece of real estate that you'll ever buy, because there's just one door. And so the duplex, the tri, and the 4s, those are good, but they're still going to be hitting the marketplace because, yes, numbers go into it, but also emotion as well. Major markets, because people are buying an appreciation, I think those will be hit as well. Where people are buying things that are 4 cap, I think, when there's a market correction, there'll be more at a 7 cap. Hotels, Airbnbs, student housing, retail, commercial plazas, and of course those luxury properties will all be affected in the next downturn, which we are currently in right now. We just don't know the extent of it. We don't know how long. Again, this is April 2020. I don't know where this is going to end up. I'm looking forward to watching this video in about a year from now to see exactly where we are with our real estate. If you guys are investing in apartment buildings, that is exactly where you need to be. My good friends, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell to be notified anytime I do a new video. You guys are amazing. Remember, Alfonso loves you. Sexy cash flow is good. And we'll see you at the top.